So, welcome to episode 2 of the Loan Report, where I talk about Arsenal Academy players currently out on loan. Today, I need to speak to you about 2 players in particular because they are the shining lights this weekend for our Arsenal Academy products I thought I would talk about. First, we got to talk about Trae Coyle. Trae Coyle gets his first goal for the Gills for Gillingham FC, scoring their 3rd goal earlier on, just after the second half in today's League One fixture. And you know what? It was a really good goal for him. To be honest, he wasn't having a brilliant game in that game, but he did well to take his chance that came to him, and he took it very well. And this is something that I want to continue to see from a lot of our academy products, right? I am heavily invested on how our young players do right now on loan, because I know at some point a lot of these young players will get a chance at Arsenal. How many chances they get, I don't know, but they will get a chance at Arsenal one way or another. And seeing players like Trae Coyle, for instance, perform the way how he's done so today, for me, gives me a good sign on how the future might hold, where Trae Coyle could potentially line up for the Arsenal, and how he's focusing right now at Gillingham in League One at the moment. Now, Trae Coyle, 19 years old, haven't really had that much chance to play for the first team for Arsenal. He's gone out on loan, and I know he scored a goal last week in the Carabao Cup, at least the early stages, or might have been one of the, I think might have either been the old Johnson's Paint Trophy, but he scored a goal which was decent. Again, took it from that left side, cutting in, and then curled it in, which was fine. But today is the game that's the most important for me, because how you perform in the league rather than a cup game, I think really shows a standard and a testament on how potentially you're going to be as a player in the future. Now, I was taking a look at some of his stats in the game, and you know, I think my own personal view of how he performed in the game was similar to how the stats showed. So I mean, he only had 1 shot on target, he had 3 off target, didn't have really any successful dribbles, but had quite a few touches, 28 touches, which I thought was pretty reasonable for a League One player. Accurate passing, 57 accurate passing, for me that's just not good enough, and I'm looking at that from a Premier League standard. So 57% isn't good enough. That's only 8 accurate passes. Like, that's not good, especially for a player that played 90 minutes out of that game. Now, I know you're saying, but it's Gillingham, but again, I have belief that these players will become a lot better going forward. So maybe I might be being harsh. I mean, I probably am, but I want to see more. So I know it's still early days in the series, and I'll definitely be keeping lots of track on how the likes of Trae Coyle will be doing, and talking about some of the good things that he does, and probably even some of the bad things that he does, depending on how things really go. But yeah, defensively he worked hard, was fouled a couple of times, did some defensive work, cleared the ball a few times as well, and I thought it was a pretty good solid game from Trae Coyle. So a nice one to put in the books for him in terms of getting one on the books for his loan there at Gillingham. And you know what, he scored 2 goals in all competitions, and that's great. That's really good for him. It puts him in line for potentially, who knows, in another year to maybe training with the Arsenal team, going on tour, I assume next summer, after this whole catastrophe epidemic's going on right now, that he will be back, maybe training with the first team like what he's been doing. But it's a good start for Trae, really is. So well done, Trae. Neomis says keep it up. And I'd also like to talk about Tyreece John-Jules, because he scored an absolute blinder of a goal today to give Doncaster their win. The Reds, their win today in today's game. Now, Tyreece John-Jules, he started the game, played the full 90 minutes against Charlton. Now, for me, Charlton is my local side, so I'm a South Londoner. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I live, but I'm a South Londoner. So it was against Charlton, and if it was any other team, I'd probably be cheering for Charlton. But you know, Tyreece was playing, so I got to root for Tyreece, and you know what, he played really well in the game. Was probably one of the better players that played today in the game. But I do have to say credit where credit is due, because Charlton did make it difficult. I was listening to the interview that he made afterwards, and you know, he said that, you know, he was hardly having any touches in the game. He was hardly getting any chances, and he just tried to find a way how to get himself into space, and boy, did he do that. I mean, he absolutely leathered a beautiful goal. He started out on just outside the box, beat two players in front of him, two defenders, just went completely right through them. I mean the technical ability to be able to do that. Like, those Charlton players had no idea what they came under, and then he just left foot curls it in, just hits the roof of the net, and it's just a goal. And it's part of Doncaster's win today. And you know what, like, 3-1, great win, really good win. And the fact that Tyreece John-Jules has been playing well, I think that's fantastic. I know last season he went on loan to Lincoln City and he got injured pretty early, which really sucked, because I think he was doing really well at Lincoln City. But now he's got things back on track here at Doncaster, and I do hope that he continues this run of form. I hope he stays healthy, because like Trae Coyle, I think he is on the path. I think after Eddie and after Martinelli is Tyreece John-Jules to be the next striker for Arsenal. I mean, that time, in my opinion, will probably come after the likes of Aubameyang, but his time will come, and now is where all of the seeds are being sown for those players like Tyreece John-Jules. So I just want to say well done. I mean, our young players are doing really well. I want to continue to see the improvement. But guys, thank you once again for watching the video, hearing my thoughts on this. If you do like the series, do give it a thumbs up. Do leave your comments below on your thoughts on Trae Coyle and Tyreece John-Jules. Do you know about these guys? Have you ever seen them play? Not sure how things are going. I know probably the most popular one would have to be Fuller and Balogun, and probably Jordan Osei-Tutu, just based on some of the things that's been happening with him over the past year. But yeah, leave your comments below, and I will see you all next time. Peace.